Tuesday. This again, Dean Pax Lapid, Dean of Entrepreneurship of the Truly Rich Club. So we're into our February segment of mentoring with the Dean, and just recently we did an evening with the Dean for the Platinum members. So if you missed that, it was a great event. We started it off with a bang and setting the year or New Year right. So I spelled the New Year right, RIGHT. So R is reviewing our past performance and aligning it with goals, and then I is trying to investigate and innovate on new ideas for the year. G is goal setting, as what I've said during the AIM evening, is success, is goals, and everything else is commentary. So I've taken that from Brian Tracy. And then HT is having trust with yourself, having trust with your ideas, and of course having trust with God to do and prosper our plans. So for our segment today, I've got a very special guest. He's a good friend. We've had several gigs together, particularly on the exporters and importers of Saiten. So we've had several going around Luzon to help our export business. So let me just introduce Raju Manjan. Raju has extensive and in-depth experience, I can assure you that, of personal development, and more importantly for our members here, on business development. His forte lies extensively, and you will hear in a short moment, in communications, interpersonal skills, creative and critical thinking, as well as developing leadership competencies. So for our segment, so for the short time that Raju has gladfully taken this invitation, so he'll generate and help us generate insightful and applicable ideas on how we can visualize, set up goals as we align it for our newsletter and the evening with the Dean, and to take us to the next level of excellence. So, on his qualifications, he is a man of many degrees, a man of many certificates, a practitioner on different modalities, and I like one of that, which is neuro-linguistic programming. You probably heard Jojo Apollo on our NLP segment. So Raju is also a practitioner of NLP, appreciative inquiry, as what we do in PsyD for my doctorate, mind mapping for some members of you, and more importantly, is our corporate trainer and certified practitioner with the American Management Association. So without much ado, please, and I'd like to welcome Raju on this segment of our Truly Rich Club. Welcome, Raju.
Good day. Good. Good day. Good day. First, I'd like to mention that this is an ambush interview. I didn't know that I was coming here to be interviewed, number one. Two, all those qualifications and certifications, they're all history now. And present day, I'm just a father, and most importantly, a father and a husband. So you can skip all those are not important. Goal setting, maybe you can ask me questions, I'll tell you. Maybe I can help. Ask me, what do you want?
Okay, so we've had our start of the sessions with the Truly Rich Club, and Brother Bo wanted everybody on the right footing. So, but before we do on the right footing, I guess all the things that we set for ourselves is based on our beliefs.
Well, everything is about what you believe to be true in life. Everything, no? So if I look out today from your window and I see sunshine, and I know it is sunshine because I believe it is sunshine. So everything starts from belief, our perspective to the world. So I may have a positive perspective of the world or a negative one, no? So when I have a positive perspective of the world, that means I see things positive. I see things working, moving forward. I see the world and life as a gift. If that's my perspective, that's my giant, big perspective, then everything becomes easy for me because I'm happy inside. No, that's number one. So the beliefs that make you happy make you strong. Very important. There are beliefs that make you sad will weaken you. So if you believe the world is a terrible place, then you are going to be sad and depressed inside. That's the first one. If you talk about the big picture on beliefs, then there are many smaller ones. So 2 points, very important, and about beliefs is number one, how do you perceive the world? Do you perceive the world and life as a gift? Do you perceive it to be abundant? Do you believe that this is a rare chance that you're here in this, life? That's one. There are people who are worried about the world. They're scared about the world. They're afraid. And the moment that takes you over, it's like a black cloud that surrounds you. You can't break that. I mean, you can with, God's help and with what you folks do at the Truly Rich Club. You can, but it takes a long time. So you might as well change your beliefs before being happy, being empowered by the joy that fulfills you first. That's every single day. It doesn't have to be tomorrow or I'll do it weekly. It has to be the moment you wake up till the moment you go to bed. It has to be that you have to infuse happiness inside you. You have to exercise it. You have to say, this is a gift, this is my life, and I want to make the most out of it. Plus, of course, I want to share it. So that's the big picture belief.
I know for a fact that a lot of people probably positive, prayerful, they're with the Truly Rich Club, they attend probably the feast, but even with their current competences, there's still a lot of conflicts and probably challenges, especially on their financial stability.
Okay, right. So we can create a link between what I just said and the fact that people have potential, people have competencies, and yet they don't achieve what they want. No, very recently, in the last 1 year, Google has come up with a program called Search Inside Yourself Leadership Institute, SIYLI. This is a Google baby. No, what does it say? That means number one, if your perspective is right, Dean, if you have a happy, empowered, joyful perspective, no. You need to hold that. You need to nurture that. The impact of the world, the impact of every other human being, every other entity, every other organization will impact you. So there will be some negative ones. So if you are strong in your outer belief and you keep finding strength inside to connect this to this outer belief of a happy world, then you will not be impacted by these germs of negative, these energy depleting germs, no? So you need to create a protection for yourself. That means look out, be thankful, search inside for strength and make that connection. And then you won't be impacted. Sure, there will be pressure on you, but you'll be able to work away the pressure often. So your competencies, your natural skills, your innate skills will take fore. They'll come to the fore once you have this management between what's inside you and what's outside. And of course, the outside is being thankful for the gift of life, of course.
So it's quite aligned to what was recently probably the power talk of Brother Bo, that work could be viewed as a curse or a blessing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So because work, so that's where you have your competencies, and it's really what you're saying. It's really the attitude. Like, of course, I go to work every day. Maybe the boss is not as probably friendly, or probably not as probably of a people manager. So they could view that as curse. On the other hand, he would see the boss as probably really trying to get him to probably even perform well. Then he would see that as a blessing.
Yeah, to exploit, you mean?
Yes.
Sometimes people see that the company or the bosses are exploiting me. I don't know if it was, I haven't been fortunate to listen to Brother Bo very often, but I see him on TV. Many years ago, I heard someone mention that people relate work to Job.
Okay.
From the Bible, job. That means they consider it a punishment.
Okay.
That's why, kaya pala, yung perspective nila is that because this is a job, this is a punishment. So we need to change that. That's a minor belief, no? That you have to consider work as your purpose. Not the destination of what you're going to achieve, but the process towards building that thing. So if you consider work as in like, I'm working because my purpose are my children. Then it becomes happy. Yeah? Then it doesn't become a punishment. Then it doesn't become a job. No? So whatever I do, personally in my case, is everything I do, it doesn't matter whether it is of low value. Sometimes I clean my garden, I pick up my dog's poo. That would be regarded as low value. No? And there are times that I facilitate people of high caliber, senior executives, and I think that's high value. Pero to me, both of these extremes, doing simple, humble work that dirties your hands, or doing powerful work where you engage the minds of leaders, to me, I think both of them are work, and I consider them as a gift. So I don't sweat over the fact that this is wrong and this is better. No. For me, it is part of a whole process. So you need to change that minor perspective. It's not a punishment. It's not a job. It's work, as in like it is striving and struggling towards something that we are all destined to become.
Just recently, I shared in the feast that what I was saying is that work is never a curse, it's a blessing. And
Yeah.
if you enjoy work, yeah, so for whatever challenges, like in my case, you've seen how busy I am, but yet I don't, a lot of people say, hey, Dean Pax, you don't look so pressured with
Yeah,
all
you
the
look
things."
happy.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
Because when I retired from corporate, I retired from the things that I didn't like to do.
Ah, okay.
But I continued and worked for the things that I'd love to do. So anything that I do on projects, writing books, the new power plant, this consulting, is all the things that is probably within my passion. I guess even you, I can see you upstage on YouTube, everything, the way you write. By the way, you've written what, 3 books?
Yes, sir.
The latest one is the Pitbull. Yeah?
Pit bulls and entrepreneurs.
Pitbulls, I like that. Pitbulls and Entrepreneurs. So you guys should get a copy of that. It's a nice book. So Pitbulls and Entrepreneurs. So so you'd see how Raju really how that compares and probably puts the thing on that nice book. Yeah. So going back to the belief. So the first one is the big perspective. Yeah.
Yeah, big perspective. It's a happy world.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a gift.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what's next?
Sure, there are sicknesses. Sure, there is cancer. There's poverty too. No.
Okay.
But yet, that is part of the whole package. That's one. Number 2, your minor beliefs. No. Now you said work and job. So change your belief from work to job. Now the third one, you just mentioned it. You just said that I did not like my work in the past. Yeah. That means whatever your job was as a professor or as a business person, you didn't like it.
Yeah.
Now here's an insight. It's not a belief, it's an insight that whenever we do something, for example, you chose to be a professor at the age of 25, no? And you chose it. You chose it intellectually, emotionally, socially. That means you spoke to your parents, spoke to your family, and you said, okay, I'm going to be a professor, that's what I like. You considered that to be your purpose, your goal in life. You did that based on the resources you had. When I talk about based on the resources you had, is based on the intellectual resources you had, the maturity resources you had. You were 25. You hadn't seen the world as you see it today, right? And your community at that time, your father, your mother, your friends, etc., those were the resources. So they will tell you what they know to be true, what they consider to be practical. So when you took that decision, I want to be a professor at AIM, that was a good decision at that time. All of us look back at our lives and regret. So the third technique I would recommend is, don't look back at your life and regret.
Okay.
And say, oh, I was wrong, they did wrong, they did this to me. That's really pointless. Even if it was, if you do the right logical analysis, maybe a decision I took back in 1955 or 85, If it was wrong then, to me it was right that time. There's no point in regretting about it now. So the third insight, the third perspective I would recommend is that you forget things. If you look back at them happily, saying, okay, that was right that time. Today it's a brand new world. This is the 21st century, the year 2014. Things have changed, your perspectives have changed, your resources have changed, so accept this day to be the best day. Does that make sense?
So yeah, live in the present moment.
Yeah, well, that's a cliche, live in the present moment. But to truly recognize it, that the yesterday is gone.
Okay, yeah.
And tomorrow is still not here.
Okay.
So this is it. I mean, this is the best I can do today. So every single step I take.
So the better one is your past that does not define your future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the negative aspects of it, people bring it back again and again.
Great. So the big perspective, work, and now you're saying that the minor beliefs. So
Yeah.
that's really a ton full of insight. So let's now align it
Practical application.
Yeah, the practical.
Yeah.
Great. So the big perspective, work, and now you're saying that the minor beliefs. So
Yeah.
that's really a ton full of insight. So let's now align it
Practical application.
Yeah, the practical applications.
Well, let's say you take these beliefs. Number one, it's a happy world.
Yeah.
It's a happy, abundant
Yeah,
world.
yeah.
Number two, regret not your past.
Yeah.
You did. What is the third one? This minor one is
the
job and work.
job and work, yeah.
Because you do what you're best designed to do
Yeah.
every day. No, you take the best opportunity, do it. No. Now, how do you set goals? Now, this is the world as it turns.
Yeah.
This is the world created by the good Lord as it turns. No. Now, how do you progress in this? Let's say we were all drops of water in the ocean. All human beings, 7 billions. We were 7 billion drops. Each one of us are wanting to go somewhere, right? In north, northeast, northwest, we are going to go somewhere. So there's traffic.
Yeah.
Now, how to set goals is to look far ahead, some distance in the future, 3 months, 6 months. There will be, because that we have hope. Hope is an essential element of our life, no? So there's something. From here I see SM. So if I want to reach SM in, say, 30 minutes, how do I set the goal? Number one, I see it clearly. I define it clearly. That's SM Mega Mall from my window, no? My goal to get there is, first, it has to occupy my present mind, my cognitive mind, no?
Okay.
Then I will choose the strategy. I'll get down from the elevator, I'll go there, I'll take a jeepney, I'll cross the road, and 30 minutes later I'm in SM. Goal setting is exactly like that. So if you want to, for example, write a book, so you must decide the book. In your mind's eye, you see the book 3 months down the line or 3 years down the line. You see the book and you let it churn, let it cook, brew inside your head for a long time until it has complete clarity. I see the book, how I want it, what I want the effect to be, who the readers will be, what my thoughts will be. You see it, and then you start the process. Then you start learning the process. Where do I acquire the data if I need to support it? Where do I acquire the examples? How do I write correctly? Who will help me write correctly? How much time, paper, pen will it take? You need to plan that. And every single day, you need to keep moving towards it. I don't mean every single day as in like obsessively. You can rest on a Sunday.
Yeah.
You can rest on a Saturday. If your family demands time of you, that my son wants something, my daughter wants something, you can give them that, because remember, that's your bigger purpose. You're setting goals, no? So once that has been attended to wholesomely, wholeheartedly, come back to your little nitty-gritty climbing towards that distant goal. Again and again. You measure it, record it, measure it, record it. Have an external coach. If you're lucky, have a mentor, have a friend who you call up every day, every other day, every week, and say, yo, kaibigan, I did 5 pages. Yo, kaibigan, ito na mabago kwento na dagdag ko sa libro ko. No? So anything and everything that is helping you progress towards that destination. And one or two at a time, not too many. Not too many, because remember, you have to attend to life. Yeah? So one in a year, one in every 6 months, a good strong goal, something that's different, challenging for you.
Okay, so we say strong goals. So
I mean challenging,
yes,
yeah?
So
Yeah.
I've listened to a lot of heartaches and disappointments of some members of the Truly Rich Club, and they say, Dean, we've set up strong, challenging, big, hairy, audacious goals.
Yeah.
But it's only kept us into the one thing, not into the committee.
Well, here's probably the fifth insight, no? And the fifth insight is something I wholeheartedly love, Dean, no? And the moment I mention it, you will smile. I'm a pupil of Peter Senge. Okay? And the book Fifth Discipline
Yes.
Impressed me 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And what does the book say? It's a very simple one. It talks about mindsets, it talks about goals, it talks about people's opinion. The fifth discipline is recognizing that you are a single drop in an ocean of 7 billion drops. No? So that means if I chase my book writing goal 3 years in the future, obsessively, possessively, like I'm crazy about it, every day I think about it, but I forget my family, right? And my daughter, my son, my wife needs me. And I say, no, I have to go to SM Mega Mall, forget you. Now that will create a drain on me, because my life is not, they say no man is an island, so my life is not singular. It is connected to family, friends, community, family from the past, distant family, even the streets that we walk on, because we have to be respectful of that. That means you have to have this big picture awareness that I'm moving assertively towards what I want. When I am moving assertively towards what I want, am I creating harm to my other relationships, to my other systems, to my other links in life? Because I am not alone. Even though I'm a drop in a water of 7 billion, every other person is water with me. It's the same medium. It's the same universal energy.
Okay.
So people who suffer set powerful goals and suffer, they are suffering from things outside of that journey. So you have to be really cautious, and people pay a huge price if they don't recognize that. I mean, biggest leaders in the world have paid a huge price. That's why you look at presidents having issues outside of their professional life. Everywhere in the world. U.S., I don't want to mention any names. You talk about the French president, the American president. All of them have a little crack somewhere because they focused on a huge, massive, humongously large goal somewhere far away. They forgot something else. So a little awareness you need to constantly carry, that, okay, this life is a gift, this is what I need to do, but I am part and parcel of a larger package.
Great. So all those 5 insights, so I'd probably sum it up: worst, so self-worth, then work, and now you're doing wisdom, so work, worth, and worth, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, grateful insights from my good friend Raju. So if I'll just probably summarize, the beliefs, the big picture, the happy perspective, so when we even do, let's say, some personal workshops, is that if you list down your blessings versus the problems, you'd really realize, ladies and gentlemen, my brothers, is that you'll have more blessings than probably problems. So it's a matter just of how viewing, probably, whether the cup is half full or it's half empty. Then the other one is, I like what Raju said, that the difference between job and work. So I'd align it to, are you a person that lives to work, or you work to live? So making a life or making a living. And then Brother Bo in the past has taught us that our past will never determine our future. So you move on. The fourth
No,
perspective.
our sorry past.
Our sorry past.
Our sorry.
Yeah.
Our happy past will
Should be
always
okay.
be an energy. It will be oxygen for us.
Yeah. So that should inspire you more.
Yeah.
And then of course the focus and the planning for the goals. So that should really probably take you to the several steps from just wanting to committing. And more importantly, my brothers and sisters, as you set goals for ourselves, better make sure that you don't leave your family goals, you don't leave your spiritual goals, and you don't leave your health goals. I'll probably end the segment. Any last words, my good friend Raju?
No more.
No more? So
Yeah.
I'll probably end the segment. I mean, Raju and I probably about maybe the same age. In youth, we learn. In age, we understand. So thank you for watching this video. Hope to see you again next month for another entry video, mentoring with Dean Pax Lapid. Good day to all.